Hey, welcome back to the Spiritual Bimbo YouTube channel. I'm Isabella James, the Spiritual Bimbo. Thanks for being here, coming back, whatever's happening. Look at, we have someone else as well.
Hi guys.
This is Fit Sid, a very near and dear friend of mine, a super successful, amazing, spicy content creator, and I brought her here to tell you some tips and tricks to be successful as well.
Yeah, so first things first, you guys, is I just want to mention, like, obviously we have two different brands. We have Bimbo and BBW, totally different niches, and I think that's the important thing is, like, you can make money on OnlyFans being however you are already. Like, you don't have to change yourself, you don't have to lose weight, you don't have to gain weight, you just have to be yourself and embrace it and be confident, because I think the hardest thing is when you're on the internet, there's gonna be trolls, there's gonna be people picking at you, and like, we were on TikTok live and it was awful at times because
Unhinged.
You're reading the comments and you're like, you have to be confident and know who you are, or you have to just start growing thick skin. Like, I have been on the internet for 11 years now, maybe 12. And ever since I started on the internet, like, my skin has grown thicker. So by the time I started on like OnlyFans and like all the other things that I do, I had already like gotten that thick skin. When you were starting, did you have thick skin or did you have to kind of grow it?
I've kind of always been like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, I even when I wasn't like where I am at, like my self-development journey, I'm like, these people are saying that because they're hurting.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been more in that, but there's people that literally kill themselves, unfortunately, you know? So
yeah, and I think that the important thing is like knowing that when you're getting on, you're not going to be the exception to the rule. Like, you might be getting a lot more positive attention, but you're going to have haters. There's going to be people that are gonna nitpick you, and you have to just know that like you can make money on OnlyFans looking how you look now. You don't need to change. God made you that way, so just stick to that, you know?
Yeah.
And if you want to change, do it for yourself, right? So the first thing that I would say is like, when you're starting on OnlyFans, you need to find your niche. You can be whoever you want to be, but you need to pick like what you're going to be on the internet. When you're labeling yourself or like picking like what category you want to be in, you have to think about like all the different sites. I'm not going to say them, but all the different sites, right? And all of those sites have categories. They have labels for you. And I think the biggest thing is when you are like picking what you want to be, like, you can evolve and change and grow, but you can't be something that you're not, because people aren't gonna like connect with that. Like, they're gonna see through it. And like with you, like you've always been positive, bimbo, and like whatever else. Like, I don't know what
when I was bratty, bratty, and that still kind of is like my thing.
You're still bratty,
but it's like bimbo bratty, you know, like it's working with what you have and love what you said, like being authentic, because people are gonna see through that, you know. So it's like, work with what you have and work with your evolution.
Yeah, and I think too, like, if you don't feel like you're some type of specific category, then like girl next door is one that people pick all the time. And like, I'm nerdier and like I'm a BBW, so like those are the categories I mainly fit in. I have classes.
Don't be a gamer girl if you don't fucking play games.
Yes. Yeah. So just know that you can make money however you look, but you just have to be consistent with it when you do it. Second tip, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Second tip would probably be, if you're gonna be selling things to your fans, make sure the content you're creating is what people are asking for, but also don't take the boundaries that you have and push them. Like, if you personally wanna try something, try it, do it. But if you feel uncomfortable doing something, don't.
Yeah, and I think that's something that a lot of like new creators fall into, because it's like, oh, you know, like everybody else is doing this, but it's like, you're gonna feel like shit afterwards, you know. Like, a lot of us more pro creators that have been doing it longer have all fallen into that, where it's like, it's not worth the money. Yeah, you know, because especially if guys know that you're new, they're gonna try to get one past.
They're gonna try and push.
Yeah, so it's like always like establish your boundaries. And also, if you're starting out, like, don't do anal right away. Don't do a fucking gangbang right away. You know, like, create the build up. Coming from someone who did anal pretty early on, you know, like, you can create that momentum, and it's just about being awareness and treating it like a business, not just a hobby.
Yeah, I've actually like still never done that, but I've also done other things, like group things. But the thing is like, I did them in my own time, my own pace. No one told me when I was supposed to do it, and like, I appreciate that. Like, I didn't have people being too pushy, but like, I know some girls do deal with, like, they get on and they're bombarded, and like, then they just kind of do it. I think also too, like, if you feel gross after doing something, like just gross inside after you film something or like you post something, like, don't do it again. Like, don't try and push yourself and ask yourself like, oh, like, next time time will be better, because the chances are that you're gonna feel the same way, if not worse, and it's gonna like fuck you up mentally like
Same
later.
with shooting with certain people too. Even if it's your fucking boyfriend, that probably says a lot, you know? Once again, coming from past, where it's like, if you don't feel good, like, you need to communicate that, or maybe, you know, not be with that person or film with that person.
Also too, I think like, because OnlyFans has gotten bigger, you need to, this is something that kind of goes along with it, is you need to know that people are going to see what you're posting. So if you're not going to be like proud of it, like you probably shouldn't be doing it, because like this stuff isn't going to get wiped off the internet. And that's something that people say all the time, but I really think people don't understand. Like, I literally have had police officers take reports for me of like personal things that I've had happen, like stalkers and stuff. And then those police officers recognize me from the internet and then use them, like knowing who I am and trying to get dates with my friends. Like, that stuff has actually happened.
Yeah.
And it's something that like you can't just like start and then think it's not gonna like follow you in some way. Even if it's like not in the way of them like talking about my content to them, they're using my name to try and get a date. That's like something you don't think about until you experience it.
Yeah, and even like smaller creators and stuff like that too, like it happens. Like, I've been, you know, I could say now because I do have a bigger reach, like of course I have people recognize me, but I remember years ago someone at the airport, you know, and it was I've had several times of that where, and very gratefully it's all been like respectful, but like you're on the internet and you're being exposed to more people than you're even probably aware of. Like, analytics aren't everything, you know, like there's people sharing your shit in other places, and so it's also a safety thing. Just be aware that this isn't gonna go away.
No, and like your family too, like if you're someone that like has a big family, or your family cares about what you do, like you have to understand there's repercussions that come with that. In the beginning when I started, like I didn't realize like how it was going to affect the people that I love and care about, just from like people talking about it that they knew. Like people would call my mom and be like, do you know what your daughter's doing? And my mom would be like, try not to cry, like, yeah, I know, like, stop bringing it up, like, stop reminding me, like, stop showing me. That they would literally show her.
That's gross.
But people don't understand, like, from that perspective, they're like gossiping, and to them it's like exciting, like, oh my gosh, look at what this girl's doing, like I want to show and get their reaction, but they don't understand like the effect that it has on other people. And I think too, like, you have to like sometimes be okay with your family stepping away from you.
Oh wow.
Like, not that mine like stepped away forever, but they had to like take a little bit of time to like process. And I think it's really important to know that like your actions, they have consequences.
For every isn't that science? For every action there's a reaction.
All right, you smarty pants. Next one.
Next one.
All right, so this is the third and final one. When you are making content, like I said, pick things that are gonna sell. I think the biggest thing is when you're selling stuff, figure out how you're gonna manage your page. I changed what I was gonna do because this is like a better one. Figure out how you want to do your page. You either can have a free page, a free trial page, or a VIP page. There's 3 different options, right? So if you have a free page that's fully free to join, they need to be paying for your time, your content, your personal like content that you're making for them, anything that's like there, because it's not even, you're not making a dime until they pay for anything. There's not a subscription price. If it's a free trial page, they're joining for free to get like the trial, but they need to be spending money. This is how you're paying your bills. Your time is worth money. It's the same type of like thought process as the free page, but a little bit different, right? So you have to figure out how you want to run it. Then you have a VIP. And then you have a VIP page, and the VIP page has a subscription price. There's not going to be any free people that get in it to see your stuff. And like, you have to figure out what kind of stuff do you want to post for them to see for free, basically. Like, once they pay that price, what are they gonna get? And I started with a VIP page, and I've had that one for like 4 years now. And for me, like, I personally post like full videos on there and like full pics and stuff. But then like, if they want to have time, like personal time with me, they want to have me make personal content or you know, just extras and stuff, then that all costs money. So they're still paying for those things, because my subscription price does not cover my time outside of like all the time I already take managing it. So having that idea of like how you want your page to be will help you also with marketing. And I know that you have like all 3 of those, I think, pages, right?
Free trial and VIP. Might go to
so
free
you don't
in
have
general.
free,
completely free. But yeah, it's definitely like, and to any, you know, men watching this as well, because you just want to see how pretty we are. Be fucking respectful. That's the thing. Like, this is a business, and you need to realize that like, this is how we pay our bills, and this is how we're able to do what we do, is because we make money from these pages. So it's not rude, it's not disrespectful for us to request funds for our service. It is rude and disrespectful when you on the other end assume because it's a free page or a free trial page, literally that, why would you not give me everything for free? Why do I not see this? Even if there's paid entry or anything like that, we do not owe anybody anything more than we are willing to give. And all of us give,
it's a luxury,
so much free value. So please appreciate that, and as a creator, make sure that you are in alignment with what you want to provide for free and what you know that's your worth. Because you know what, some people do things differently, and that's okay. That doesn't mean it needs to be you. So
and I also think too, like, your pricing doesn't have to be what everyone else is charging. If you want to charge $80 for a video, do it. I think that's the biggest thing is like, if, like for me, like there's certain things that I would never charge under a certain amount because it's so special and personal to me. And if that's how you feel about something, stand by it. Don't let people bully you into changing your prices. Don't feel like you have to go with, like, I don't think either you or I have ever like gone with what other people are doing just to do it, right?
No.
And that's probably why we're successful. Because we don't we just do what we feel is right and like fits with us because we're doing it authentically. Also too, just understand, this is my last thing that I'm gonna like add to this. Understand that this takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. And like, she and I have spent thousands of hours, hundreds of thousands of hours doing this, and it's more than a full-time job. It's like three full-time jobs if you're doing it to like the extent that we are, and we're sitting there, we're talking to fans, we're having those instant connections, we're going live, we're doing like everything that we can do. And I think like, depending on how much time you want to put in is how much you're gonna get out of it.
Absolutely. And not always where it's like, it's work smart, not hard. But at the beginning, or even,
you gotta put in a lot of effort. Even now, we put in so much effort.
We're color code. There's a reason that we're successful, but it's like, it is about working smart, not hard. So because we are so blessed to have these jobs that we're able to travel, we're able to, get up and change things around if we need to, but it's because we put in that work.
And that's you make sacrifices on a daily basis because like, obviously like you're out here like seeing your family and seeing me, but we're still working, we're still doing stuff. And like, we went live earlier, and you just have to remember, like, you don't just get to like hang out with your friends and like just make a couple like TikToks or whatever.
Everything's intentional. With that being said, we're about to go get some food. Make sure to follow the wonderful Sid. Where can these ladies, men, everyone find you?
I actually have a YouTube channel as well. You guys can just type in Fit Sid in the search and you can find me there. I appreciate you so much for having me on, babe.
Yes, remember, you can be anything you want to be, so make it good. Bye.
Bye.